Hey guys, we are at Busch Gardens Tampa today because they invited me out to go see a hard hat tour of their new roller coaster that's opening very soon, Phoenix Rising. So we're gonna go see what is gonna happen. I'm gonna put on my hard hat because I had to do that, even though it looks really funny. We're gonna go do that, so come join the adventure. Oh yeah. And you gotta stop and say hi to the penguins, right? Because, I mean, they're right there. They're so cute. Yes, I love penguins. So they haven't announced the opening date for this attraction yet. Hopefully they will while we're here. That would be a lot of fun to be able to know before anybody else what the opening date for the roller coaster is. And I really can't wait to go underneath the roller coaster. Never done a hard hat tour before, except for the last time we were here, but we really didn't do anything except for put on a hard hat and look at the dirt. So we're actually going to get the see a roller coaster and go hopefully maybe underneath it and stuff like that and touch it. Yes. Hello, hello. Hello. Are we going that way? In there. Okay. Thank you. And that right there is the coaster. Ooh, I can't wait to go underneath it, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. And there it looks like the seats, the test seat for it. I still have not done that. Oh, that looks scary. Blech. So these are the stats for Phoenix Rising. Oh yeah, so it's going to be in 2024. 80 feet is the maximum height. Track length is 1,831 feet. It goes 44 miles an hour. It's going to have one train on it, so it's only going to have one train at a time. It looks like 10 people per train, 2 vehicle, 20 total per train, 42-inch height, so that's pretty low. 77-inch is the highest you can be. There's twists, turns, and onboard audio, yeah. And it's a Bolliger and
Bolliger and Mabillard.
Yeah, that one. Bolliger and Mabillard. That.
Shortened for B&M.
Oh, yeah, it's a B&M coaster, yeah. You can tell I'm not really a roller coaster enthusiast, but I do like to go on roller coasters, so there you go. We're playing some fun music going in. There's what it should look like in its full glory. Yeah, that's going to be a fun ride.
Good morning, everyone. Wasn't that a great video, huh? Are you guys excited about our new attraction? Woo! My name is Stuart Clark. I'm the president of Busch Gardens Tampa Bay and Adventure Island. On behalf of the thousands and thousands of men and women who work so hard every day to make this such a great place and create those moments that matter, we want to welcome you to our beautiful Pantopia Theater.
Got my hard hat, ready to go in. I may go on this tall structure today. Holy crap. Like I had to lean way back to get all this in here. Holy cow. Yep, I might do that later. Oh, geez. I don't like heights, by the way. I really don't. There it is. That is really, really cool. Wow. There's the lift hill right up there. I think this is like where the sidewalk is. It's like right here. Holy cow. Can't wait to ride this.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Nick. I'm the manager of creative development for SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. And so I've been working as the creative lead for this project since we started it about 1.5 years ago. So as you guys can see, our track has just recently been finished. That's a huge milestone, like Eric talked about inside. So we're really excited to see this track all up and close to ready to start testing the ride. So what I'm going to do today is give you guys a little bit of the background on how we created the story for Phoenix Rising and what our guests will be able to expect from this experience. So the first step here in this project was we knew that Busch Gardens has a lot of amazing animal experiences, and then we also have a lot of great coasters. And a lot of those coasters hit on high thrill, Koopa and Montu and Shikra and Iron Gwazi, and we're definitely missing an attraction that kind of hits that 42-inch height requirement that the whole family can enjoy together. So 42 inches is kind of like an average 5 or 6 year old. So almost the whole family will be able to do this together. And so once we had that figured out, we were starting to work on what's the story of this attraction. And so there were a couple of reasons that we landed on the Phoenix. So one, we didn't want something that was maybe too cute or juvenile, but also we didn't want something that was going to be too intimidating or fierce. And so Phoenix, when done the right way, could kind of be something that the whole family gets excited about. Another thing about the Phoenix, we used to have, if any of you have been to Busch Gardens before, a swinging ship ride that was called the Phoenix. And so in kind of traditional Phoenix lore, the new Phoenix is born and rises from the ashes of the old one. And so this new attraction coming up from the ashes of the former Phoenix ride was kind of something fun to lean into. And then the other thing that we liked about the Phoenix is just thinking about our land, Pantopia. And so Pantopia, when it opened about 10 years ago, which is the land that we're standing in, it's a land that was all about travelers and explorers who visited all of the corners of the world and discovered animals and different landscapes and nature. And they brought all of these stories of different cultures and their travels into one place and created this very colorful and kind of eclectic and just fun settlement to explore. And so that's this richness of color and detail that we can all see around us. And so as we started to research the Phoenix, Phoenixes are part of a lot of different stories and mythologies. So there's Chinese and Egyptian and Greek and Persian mythologies that all kind of reference Phoenixes. And even more cultures just talk about different legendary birds. So the idea of a Phoenix is something just made sense here in Pantopia, that these stories of the legendary Phoenix had kind of converged, and our travelers brought these stories with them. And so that's part of what you're going to see when you come into the queue for Phoenix Rising. So our queue is underneath this kind of covered awning shade, and as you wind through that space, you'll see some different props and artifacts that represent their depictions of phoenixes or different legendary birds in different cultural styles. So you'll see maybe some that look like they might have come from Asia or inspired by Greek pottery. And so our travelers have brought these or recreated these different artifacts of different cultures as they try to figure out all the stories of the phoenixes that have come from the past. The other thing that you're going to see in the queue is we've got a couple of these, we call them identity banners. And so they start to introduce the 4 different phoenixes that we've created for this attraction here at Busch Gardens. And so like I said before, Busch Gardens is known for our animals as well, and connecting our guests with nature in a way that they've never seen or experienced before. And so it made sense that our 4 phoenixes are inspired by the world around us. So we have our fire phoenix, which represents the desert landscapes. We have an ice phoenix that comes from the glaciers and the mountaintops. We also have a jungle phoenix, which is the protector of the rainforests. And we have a sea phoenix, which is from our one ocean. And so you will meet one of these 4 phoenixes on your ride on Phoenix Rising. And it's also randomized, so you won't know which phoenix is coming next. So you'll have to try to get lucky to see all 4 of them. Once you make it inside of the station, that's where you'll actually encounter the phoenix. And so this is what you'll see on the unload side of the station. So as you're queuing up in our 10 rows for the ride, and you look across the station to the other side of the track, we've got these 4 really large, they're kind of meant to look like windows, but they're LED walls. They're each 8 feet tall and 8 feet wide, so they occupy almost the entire back wall of that station that you guys can see behind me. And so these video walls are where the story of our phoenix is going to come to life. So as you're queuing, you'll see the phoenix come in and materialize into the station. This is what you'll actually see as you're boarding the ride, the phoenix kind of with its wings outstretched, almost like protecting the ride as you're boarding on. And then there's a the phoenix will take flight, there's a transformation moment, and then the phoenix and the ride will depart from the station together. And then one of the best things about this attraction is that the story of the phoenix doesn't stop in the station. And that's where our onboard audio comes into play. So the onboard audio, you're going to be able to hear the phoenix carrying you on your flight. So as you go up the lift hill, you'll hear the powerful wings as they flap and carry you up to the 80-foot tall lift hill. You'll also hear the call of the phoenix at the top of the lift hill and a couple other places throughout the ride, and some other environmental and ambient effects that are inspired by the phoenix that you're flying with. And so that means that we have 4 different audio tracks. There's a fire and an ice and a jungle and a sea phoenix. Phoenix audio track, which matches the Phoenix you meet inside. So you'll want to do the ride a couple times and hear what each one of those Phoenixes sound like. And then by the time you get back, hopefully you can't wait to do the ride again. So I think I might have probably a couple more minutes. So if you guys have a couple questions, I'd be happy to try to answer some of those.
So this is a lot of fun. You were saying that there's going to be lights on the cars, on the trains, that are going to be themed to the 4 different Phoenixes that you will be on during the ride. So it'll be different colors going up the hill, and then once you start to flying, it will have a certain color for different Phoenixes, and it'll stay that color throughout the ride. So the blue and the light blue is for the sky that you're going to be flying around, and then the Phoenix colors are going to be what the train are colored as. So that's really, really cool. So he was also saying there's going to be a couple near-miss locations, like this right here, where you're going to be going down kind of like Montu. You're going to be going in this little alcove thing, and there's going to be a couple different like pillars and stuff like that you're going to be swerving in and out of, which is a lot of fun. So this is going to be a really cool roller coaster. Well, that was fun coming for a hard hat tour. I've never done one before. It was really cool being that close to the ride, learning some things about the ride, some like behind the scenes stuff, some stuff about the design and things like that. But now I'm gonna have some Ritas because they gave us some Ritas, and if you don't know Ritas, it's just like Italian ice and it's delicious. So I'm gonna go eat that and probably walk around the park. So stay tuned for another video on what's going on at Busch Gardens other than the new ride that we just saw. We'll see you guys later. Remember to love yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.